Julia here. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I've gotten a lot of questions about. You have your book. It's in its first draft, second draft, in the beginning drafts, and you decide that you want to publish it. Now what? There's a lot of advice online for very specific things in the publishing process. Looking for a cover designer, editing, formatting, all that stuff is great, but a lot of people have no clue where to start. So today I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do if you are just getting into the publishing process and you know you want to publish, but you don't know where to go next. So the first thing you do when you decide that you want to publish your book is to look at what type of publishing you want to do. The 2 major ones are traditional publishing and self-publishing. So traditional publishing is what most people are familiar with when they think of the book publishing process. It's where you query your book to an agent, and then the agent can go to a larger publishing house and hopefully get your book published through them. The publishing house will take care of a lot of the cover designing, the formatting, stuff like that. It takes a long time, and you overall get better distribution and marketing for your book. But not everyone chooses to go that route. There's a lot of reasons to go the self-publishing route. You get to keep all your rights, you can have the book published in your own time frame based on your standards, you have all the say in that sort of thing. Because self-publishing, basically, you're just going to the printer, like the person printing your books. So for me, the Scavenger went through a subsidiary of Amazon called CreateSpace, now it's called KDP, and then for Missing Her, I went through Ingram Spark, which allowed me to publish in paperback, hardcover. They allow like Barnes & Noble's transactions, that sort of stuff. So basically, you kind of want to decide what publishing route you want to go. If you want to go traditional publishing, I can't speak on that because I've never been traditionally published, but I do know other YouTubers who can kind of talk about that process. Meg at iWriterly is a really great resource if you're looking to go that route, so I'm going to direct you over to her. But if you want to talk self-publishing, that's what I did, so I can definitely give you more info on that. So basically, figure out step 1, traditional or self-publishing. That's your first decision to make. Once you've made that decision, then you got work to do. If you've decided to go to the self-publishing route, congratulations, welcome to the club. The second thing you have to do is start saving money. Everything costs money when it comes to publishing a book. Now, if you were going the traditional route, the publishing house would take all of that on, and then they would take a certain margin of profit from your book because of all of those fees and everything. But when it comes to self-publishing, because you're doing all that yourself, all those fees go to you. Congratulations. So basically, I started saving up about 1.5 years. As soon as I decided that I wanted to publish and I realized, dang, this is gonna be a lot of money, I started saving right away. So it's hard to estimate how much you should put aside. For the Scavenger, it was about, I would say, $1,000-ish to publish, give or take a couple hundred. I would say like between $1,000 and $1,200 to publish the Scavenger. That was because I didn't format it. Missing Her was more like the $1,300 to $1,500 range. So it just depends on how many books you're ordering for the launch. The cover designer you go through, that's probably what's going to cost you the most amount of money. What editor you choose, and then the formatting. So like that's the major stuff. So cover design, formatting, editing, and then if you're deciding to do a launch party, the bulk buying of all those books is also going to be a lot of money. So start thinking about that, but start saving early. The third thing to start thinking about and looking into is who you want to read your book in advance. So a lot of people, including myself, use beta readers. Basically, you give people drafts of your book to read and give feedback. So if your book is in the drafting phase and you are kind of looking for more insights, or you feel like you've kind of gotten into a rut and you want to continue to progress it while you're working on the publishing stuff, definitely look into beta readers. You're also going to want to look into a professional editor, which takes me to my next point. Like I said, you want to start saving money early, but you're also going to want to consider what you want to pay for. So start looking into different cover design companies, different formatting companies, different editing companies. Decide if you want to do those sorts of things. Some people design the covers themselves, some people edit themselves. The only thing, I feel like people have designed their covers and formatted before. I formatted the Scavenger myself. One of the things you really can't skimp on is getting a professional edit. It doesn't have to be the most expensive edit in the world, but definitely even like finding someone, like if you have a friend who's like an English teacher or something who has a really keen eye for that sort of thing, you get so much in a rut when you're working with the same work for so long that you kind of like you get blind to all of the different mistakes and things that are going on. I remember I was reading one of the final drafts of the Scavenger and my brain was like so mush that I couldn't even tell. I was like, have I used this description before or did I just read it the last like 17 drafts? Like I just couldn't remember at that point. So definitely make sure that you have someone new and fresh looking at your book to look for those mistakes, because you do not want to publish a book with mistakes. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that is a good start to kind of get you into the process. Like I said, from there's a whole checklist of things that you need to look through, but I feel like that's a good start, and you can look into the minutia as you get further on in the process. Do you have any questions about starting the publication process? Definitely let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Thank you for stopping by. Bye!